So, just to update everybody on the case from last night, the suspect in that case, Esteban Carmona, and this is the homicide from Peach Street, was taken into custody at the scene last night. His bond's been set at $100,000. He's 25 years old. I just want to make sure that his identity had been released. Then, as you know, last night about 12:20 a.m., there was a shots fired call at a nightclub over on East 80. The early investigation into that case indicates that two rival biker gangs got into a disturbance out in the parking lot in front of the establishment. Shots were fired, some knives were pulled. As you know, that came right on the heels of the homicide, so detectives are in the process of sorting through that case in addition to finishing up the homicide from yesterday. Today, about 4 o'clock, we received a call of shots fired here at this apartment complex on Texas Avenue. The preliminary investigation reveals that two roommates got into an argument. During that argument, multiple gunshots were fired inside the apartment. The victim was struck multiple times and was pronounced deceased at the scene. Right now, we're not going to release names of the suspect or victim. However, the suspect in this case is in custody. We have to make sure we notify next of kin on the victim. The early information we have about that is they may live out of state, so it's going to take us a little while to make sure we get that done properly before we release any names. So 2 homicides in 2 days is a bit unusual, but we have suspects in custody on both cases. The shooting from last night is still under investigation, and we will be sorting through all of these cases in the coming days, so I should bear with us as we navigate through this stuff. But as of right now, all the cases are in good shape, so I'll take any questions.
Just out of curiosity, why not release the name of the suspect from today?
We typically don't release any names of anybody until we know family members on both sides have been notified that they've had adequate opportunity to prepare for media attention and those kind of things. So we want to make sure the suspect was taken into custody just about an hour ago, so he's currently at the station. But we'll be releasing all that probably in the morning, all the names of it.
Okay, there's a lot you covered today. There was a shooting on Peach. Is that the first one you're talking about?
That's the first homicide, yes.
Then the second one, there was a bite. I don't have any information about that. Can you talk about that?
That one's not a homicide. It's an aggravated assault. It was a shooting that took place outside a nightclub on East 80 in the parking lot. Two rival biker gangs got into a fight out in the parking lot. Shots were fired during that fight. Some knives were pulled. Detectives are right now trying to navigate through the circumstances surrounding that offense and determine if any charges are going to be filed. But it's too early to tell about that one. The victim in that case is in stable condition, so right now the two priorities are the homicide from yesterday, the homicide now, and then we'll deal with the aggravated assault tomorrow.
What is the address for that, or the name of the bar?
It was 80 Proof Lounge, is that the name of it? I think it's the name of it. The one that's inside the Emerald Inn on East 80.
There was an incident on South First last night about the same time as the shooting at Emerald Inn. Was that related to?
I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know the answer.
Okay. And what is the address of this one?
5550 Texas. Anybody else?
The ages of the victim and the person who was murdered?
We'll release all that tomorrow. All the names and ages. Good?